What if I told you there is an American town that has been burning underground for more than 60 years, and the fire is still not completely gone? How can a place once filled with families, schools, and businesses slowly turn into an almost abandoned landscape because of a hidden disaster beneath the ground? In this video, we will explore the shocking story of Centralia, Pennsylvania, and how a small mistake in 1962 created a fire that refuses to die. Stay with me until the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful real stories like this. 1. The beginning of the fire. In 1962, a routine cleanup operation in Centralia changed the town's future forever. Local officials decided to burn trash in a landfill located inside an abandoned coal strip mine pit. At the time, it seemed like a simple and common solution. However, the fire reached exposed coal seams beneath the surface and ignited a much larger underground blaze. Because the region was rich in anthracite coal, the flames found continuous fuel deep below the town. 2. A town built on coal. Centralia was founded in the 19th century as a coal mining community. Its economy, jobs, and daily life depended on the rich coal deposits beneath the land. Generations of families worked in the mines, creating a close-knit and hard-working town culture. However, decades of mining left behind a network of tunnels and empty spaces underground. These abandoned passages created pathways for the fire to travel far beyond its original ignition point. 3. Failed attempts to stop the blaze. After realizing the seriousness of the situation, state and local authorities attempted several strategies to contain the fire. Crews tried excavating burning areas, sealing tunnels, and pumping water into the ground. Each effort required significant funding and engineering coordination. Unfortunately, the fire had already spread too deeply and widely through underground coal veins. Limited budgets and technical challenges forced officials to abandon large-scale suppression projects. Over time, it became clear that completely extinguishing the fire would cost far more than relocating the population. 4. Dangerous gases and health risks. As the underground coal burned, it released toxic gases such as carbon monoxide into the soil and air. Cracks began appearing in streets and yards, emitting smoke and dangerous fumes. In some cases, the ground temperature rose significantly, making certain areas unstable. Residents faced increasing health risks from invisible emissions that could accumulate in enclosed spaces. One alarming incident involved a young boy who nearly fell into a sudden sinkhole that opened beneath him, revealing intense heat below. 5. Government relocation program. By the early 1980s, authorities concluded that long-term habitation in Centralia was unsafe. The state of Pennsylvania initiated a relocation program, offering to buy homes and assist residents in moving elsewhere. Many families reluctantly accepted, leaving behind houses filled with memories. Others resisted, unwilling to abandon their hometown despite the risks. Over time, most buildings were demolished to discourage return and prevent accidents. 6. The empty landscape. Today, much of Centralia appears desolate. Sidewalks lead to empty lots where homes once stood. Sections of road have been damaged by heat and ground movement, creating visible cracks and steam vents in certain areas. Vegetation grows where neighborhoods once thrived. The silence contrasts sharply with the town's earlier mining-era activity. Although a small number of residents chose to remain for many years, the population dramatically declined. 7. The fire that could last centuries. Experts estimate that the underground coal fire could continue burning for for many more decades, possibly even centuries, due to the vast amount of fuel remaining beneath the surface. Because coal seams extend deep and wide, complete extinction is extremely difficult. The fire moves slowly but persistently through available material. Monitoring continues to assess environmental impact and safety risks. While it no longer threatens a large population, the blaze remains an active geological event. 8. Environmental and economic lessons. The story of Centralia offers important lessons about environmental management and industrial responsibility. Abandoned mines and improper waste disposal can create lasting hazards if not handled carefully. The cost of preventing accidents is often far lower than the cost of responding to disasters. Centralia's fire required government intervention, relocation funding, and long-term monitoring. Economically, the town lost its tax base and community infrastructure. 9. Cultural memory and public fascination. Despite its decline, Centralia continues to capture public imagination. Photographs of cracked highways and smoke rising from the ground circulate widely. The town has inspired books, documentaries, and fictional stories that draw on its eerie atmosphere. Visitors have traveled to see remnants of streets and abandoned structures, although access has become restricted over time for safety reasons. Centralia represents more than a fire. It symbolizes the fragile balance between industry and community. 10. A cautionary tale for the future. Centralia's underground fire stands as a warning about unintended consequences. What began as a simple trash burn evolved into a disaster that displaced an entire town. The event underscores the importance of environmental awareness, regulatory oversight, and long-term planning. Communities built on natural resources must balance economic benefit with safety and sustainability. Centralia reminds us that actions taken without full understanding of risks can create problems lasting generations. The story of Centralia, Pennsylvania is both fascinating and sobering. A small ignition in 1962 transformed a thriving mining town into an almost abandoned landscape still burning beneath the surface. It reminds us how fragile communities can be when environmental risks are underestimated. If you found this real-life story powerful and informative, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep and eye-opening stories like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.